Is it working or not? Hello. I think it's working, right? Can you hear me? Okay, I think it's working. Hi everybody, I'm Laura Kim. It's a pleasure for me to do this session, this special session. First of all, I want to thank the sisters Lisa and Edina. They are really great, both of them. So thank you very much for your invitation. I think it's very good to do this kind of things, and we know we are living through a very complicated situation with the pandemic, so thank you for your support and for everything to the taekwondo family. Let's wait some few minutes to see if more people is joining, and we will start very soon. Do you listen everything correctly? The sound is good, the image is good, video is good, everything? Let me know, please. This is kind of strange because I'm like speaking by myself. I feel like I'm crazy. Nobody is answering me, so I don't know if someone is listening to me or not, but I hope so. Great. Let's wait some minutes. The image is good. Okay, people is saying that everything is alright, all is working great. Okay, so let's start. My training today is not gonna be like a very physical training, but I will be focused in how we have to use our breathing when we practice pomsea. Also, I will talk about the position, the stances, and I will also talk about how we use our body when we do pomsea, because I think it's very easy to make a punch, to make anything, okay, a defense or whatever, but it's more difficult to understand how we have to use our body when we practice pomsea. So I'll try to explain it the best as possible, because my English is not perfect, but I'll try to do my best. And also I want to apologize because I retired myself from competition like 5 years ago and a half, and since then I haven't been training, so probably my condition is not very good, but I'll try to do my best. Okay, so let's start with some warming up. Okay, let's start with some warming up. First of all, we train the neck, left and right. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Up and down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, shoulder to shoulder. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, Yo, I don't take out my jacket because I'm still cold, but a little after I will take it out, okay? Some circle, only half. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 일곱, 아홉, 열. Okay, great. Then now, some hands. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 체인지. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 오케이, 엘보. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Great. Bigger. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Change. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, now. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. Okay, crossing. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, great. Now, my waist, left and right. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Change now. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now twisting. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, now round. Okay, change. Other side. This is so shy for me. Okay, change now. Knees. Foot together and go down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, I open a little bit and go down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 일곱, actually, I need to warm up my knees a lot of because I always have pain. So let's do a little bit more. Round outside. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Inside. 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay. Left and right. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, in the center, in the middle. Go down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 오케이, changing. 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay. Now one side. Down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. On the floor. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Foot on the floor. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. Okay, I change other side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Do you listen to me? The sound is good. Down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Foot on the floor. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. Okay. I think for the moment is enough. So I take out my jacket and let's start. Okay. Well, I think everybody knows that in pomsea there are many factors, like many elements that are valued, like speed, like the balance, the rhythm, the stances, the view, and many things more, like power, breathing, and so on, right? So all these elements are very important. Which one is more important, this one or the other? Actually, all of them combined are important, right? One of the most important elements that my master, my father, Master Kim, he always taught me is breathing. Okay, breathing, like every day we breathe like normal, breathe in and breathe out, right? But actually in pomsea, our breathing is a little bit different. We breathe in like slowly, and we breathe out quickly, like in one time, right? But it's not only we take out our air from our mouth, it's not only breathe out, we breathe out and then we contract our body. So first of all, we are going to train this simple but very important thing. Okay, so just relax. We are like this, and we breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe out is once. Okay, breathe in slowly, breathe out. Breathe in 5 times. 1, 2. When I breathe out, I have to stop all my body. Okay? 2 more. Okay, right. This is easy, but it's very important because many people doesn't breathe correctly. And then if you don't breathe correctly, your rhythm won't be correct, and also you will be more exhausted, more tired, because you are not breathing in a good way. So this is one of the most important thing we have to train. If we breathe in correctly, our speed will be also correct. If our speed is correct, our power will also be correct. If we breathe correctly, our balance also will be correct, right? If we breathe like this, it won't be correct, but if we breathe with concentration and controlling everything, balance and many things will be great. So this is one thing important, and more things, other things like positions, stances. Actually, which part of our body is the only part that is in touch with the floor, with the ground? I think our foot, right? Our foot is the first part of our body, or actually the only part of our body that is in touch with the ground. So foot, positions and stances are very important in pomsea. Actually, we need to practice like how to grab the floor with our foot. We need to practice how to twist correctly our foot. We need to practice how to set our foot on the floor to make a good balance and make a good stance, right? So this is very important to learn how to grab the sole of our foot on the ground, right? So first of all, we are going to imagine that we are walking on the beach near the sea, and we are by the seashore. Okay, we are by the seashore. It means that the sand is wet. Actually, the sand is wet, but it's more or less stable. When we walk over the sand, we leave our footprints on the floor, right, on the sand. But actually, the sand is wet, and if we want to do some pressure on the floor, the sand will be sink down, right? So we are going to practice now, imagining that we are walking on the sand which is wet, and we make some pressure on the floor and leave our footprints on the sand, right? Okay, so breathe in like we have learned before. Breathe in and down. Breathe in and down. Like I'm stand up, okay? I'm stand up. Breathe in. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you have to think what you are doing. It's not only I do this. I have to think I pressure with my foot on the floor and the sand is sinking. One more. Right? One thing. Now I was stand up. Right? I was stand up. And when I go down, actually my head is changing. Because before I was like this, 180. And after I'm like 140. Okay? So we have to try not to stand up and go down. Now I'm like this head, and I have to keep it. I have to keep this head when I'm doing the imagination of sinking in the sand. Okay, you got it? So from this head, we breathe in and down. Breathe in and down. Breathe in. When my foot is grabbing the floor, grabbing the ground, it's not only my foot is grabbing, is my food is giving me some energy from my food to my legs is going up, and then my waist, and it's fluently through all over my body. So I have to feel it and I have to understand this. Okay? So stances are very important to practice. I think maybe this could be a little bit boring because it's not like dynamic. We're not doing physical training, but you trust me, if you train these things every day at your gym or at home now, every day, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes, whatever, but every day, every week, every month, for several months, you will see the difference. Okay? Trust me. So, next thing, I have always training how to use my body, how to use my hips. Okay? So, many times we listen from our master that we have to use our hips when we train pomsea. But actually, how do we use our hips? How do we use our waist? How do we use our body? The theory is very easy, but the practice is not so easy. I think many people get the idea, but they don't know how to do the correct way to use the body, right? So we are going to train like when we start training taekwondo, like when we are kids, we are white belt, and kids, they train only like this, right? Like aremaki, bomsongmaki, aremaki, bomsongmaki, very robotic. They don't use their body. They only do aremaki. They know they start here and they know that they finish here. But they don't know how to use their body to produce power and energy and speed. So we are now to do, like if we are kids, like if we are beginners, only hands, okay? 1, 2, only your arms. You now are using only your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Now, let's go one step more. Okay? Now we are going to use our arms, and we are going to use also our waist, our hips. Okay? So just a little bit, we twist and punch. Twist, punch. Twist, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay? Now we only have used our arms and our waist, right? But we want to go further and we want to go to the next level, because I think many of you are European champions, world champions. You have gone to all over the world to many open and a lot of events. So we are going to the next level, which is how to use our whole body to produce that power and do correctly the use of the hips. So first of all, we have to, like we are in Chichunsogi, we have to change our weight. I change our weight. I change our weight from left to right. From left to right. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Okay, you feel that you change your weight. You have to feel it. Right? Now, I'm doing aremaki. I change the weight. I twist my hip, and then I start here and throw. Once again, I change the weight. I twist my hip, and then I have to push with the sole of my foot. I have to push my leg. Okay, first of all, I change the weight. I change it, and then with the other foot, the sole of the other foot has to push the floor and do this. Okay, so that you use your hips to produce this movement. So now we are using again this, once again, like softly. Now we are not doing powerful. Just throw it. Just change the weight, twist, and push and stop. Change the weight, push and stop. Other side, same. Change the weight, twist, and push. Change the weight, I twist my hips, prepare and throw. In this case, I have to push with the sole of this foot. No. Good. Just throw it. Okay, no shake. No. Good. Set. There. Is it working right? Okay. I'm just checking some things. Okay, so now we have learned how to breathe in, how to do good stances, and how to use our body, right? Now we are going to do like five basic movements just to practice all these we have trained and learned now. Okay, with these basic movements, we are going to think how we are breathing, how we are changing our weight, how we are twisting our body, how we are preparing, how we push with the sole of our foot, and how we do this movement and then we stop. Okay? If you want, you can drink just one shot of water and then come back. It's only 30 seconds. I wish I could do this in English and Spanish, but I have to think a lot of things. I'm not so clever, but I'll try. Okay, let's continue. We are going now to train some basic techniques, 5 techniques. I have learned this from my master, my father, Master Kim, and he always taught me that with these 5 techniques, we could do the rest of the techniques more or less, like 90% or more, with these 5 techniques. Okay, and separate. There are some techniques that they are like special, like other special way of doing. But with these 5 techniques, you will see that there are many other techniques that you can use the same base. So let's start. Let's start with aremaki. Aremaki is defense down. Everybody, we know where we start. There are 3 points that are very important in accuracy. Actually, you know, accuracy is 4 points and presentation is 6 points, right? So we know that presentation is more important than accuracy. But actually, if our accuracy is not correct, if we do a punch incorrectly, then our presentation will be fail. So starting with aremaki, everybody know that we start, the starting point is over the shoulder, the other hand is straight, and then the way we follow when we do aremaki is near our body. It's not outside. Don't do it separate from our body. It's near my body, keeping my elbow bended as much as possible. And when I can't keep it no more, then is the moment I open it and then I straight. And this will be the ending point. If we are in a kubi, it will be more or less 1 hand of distance or 2 fists. Okay, so more or less we know it start here, we do this. Don't open the ankle of your elbow and then go down. We train only arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do you see something that I could add in this movement? Because I think we have learned before how we breathe, the stances, how we change our weight, how we twist our waist, and how we put, where do we start, which way do we have to follow, and breathe out.